Kaylee Hottle's life was defined by breaking barriers, inspiring millions, and proving that talent speaks louder than words. But now, heartbreaking new details have emerged about the tragedy that claimed the life of the young actress best known for playing Gia in Godzilla vs. Kong and Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. Authorities have officially revealed her cause of death, bringing some answers to a devastating loss that has left fans, Hollywood, and the deaf community in mourning. According to the Maryland office of the Chief Medical Examiner, Kaylee Hottle died from multiple blunt force injuries sustained in a car crash. Her death has officially been ruled an accident. The findings were released after investigators completed the medical examination following the tragic crash that occurred in Frederick County, Maryland, during the early hours of July 21, 2026. The accident happened on Windsor Road in Iamsville, Maryland, at approximately 2:52 a.m. Authorities say Kaylee was one of 3 occupants inside a 1995 Honda Accord being driven by a 19-year-old man. According to investigators, the vehicle left the roadway and struck a concrete culvert before coming to a stop. Emergency responders rushed to the scene and transported Kaylee to a nearby trauma center, where she was later pronounced dead despite life-saving efforts. The driver suffered injuries that were not considered life-threatening, while the other passenger declined medical treatment. Investigators believe excessive speed was a contributing factor in the crash, although the investigation remains ongoing. The official confirmation of Kaylee's cause of death has brought heartbreaking clarity to a story that has stunned fans around the world. While many had hoped for better news in the days following the accident, the medical examiner's report confirmed the severe injuries she suffered in the crash. Authorities continue reviewing all aspects of the collision, but at this time, the manner of death remains officially classified as accidental. News of Kaylee's passing first became public through her father, Joshua Hottle, who shared the devastating update in an emotional Facebook Live broadcast using American Sign Language. He later confirmed that his daughter had died in Maryland while he was traveling from Texas to bring her home. The announcement quickly spread throughout Hollywood and across social media, prompting an outpouring of grief from fans, fellow actors, and members of the deaf community. The Texas School for the Deaf, where Kaylee was a senior, also confirmed her death in a heartfelt statement. The school described the loss as heartbreaking and asked everyone to respect the family's privacy while they mourned. Administrators remembered Kaylee not only as a talented actress, but also as a valued student, athlete, classmate, and friend whose kindness touched countless people around her. Although she was only 18 years old, Kaylee Hottle had already built an extraordinary legacy. Born into a multi-generational deaf family, she grew up using American Sign Language as her primary language. Long before she appeared on the big screen, she became involved in commercials and advocacy projects that highlighted deaf representation. Her natural confidence and expressive personality eventually caught the attention of Hollywood casting professionals. Her breakthrough arrived in 2021 when she was cast as Gia in Godzilla vs. Kong. The role was unlike anything audiences had seen in a major blockbuster. Gia, a deaf orphan with a remarkable bond with Kong, communicated using American Sign Language. Rather than treating her disability as a limitation, the film presented it as an essential part of the story, creating one of the MonsterVerse's most emotional relationships. Kaylee's performance immediately stood out. Even though she shared the screen with enormous visual effects and giant monsters, audiences consistently pointed to Gia as the emotional heart of the movie. Her quiet strength, compassion, and connection with Kong gave the film many of its most memorable moments. Critics praised the authenticity she brought to the role, while fans celebrated seeing meaningful deaf representation in a major Hollywood production. Her success continued when she returned as Gia in Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire in 2024. Once again, her performance earned widespread praise, and she received a Saturn Award nomination for Best Performance by a Younger Actor. For many viewers, Kaylee's scenes remained among the franchise's most emotional moments because they reminded audiences that even stories about giant monsters are ultimately about human connection. Beyond the MonsterVerse, Kaylee also appeared in an episode of Magnum PI and continued inspiring young deaf performers who saw themselves represented on screen. She frequently encouraged others to pursue their dreams, regardless of the obstacles they faced, becoming a role model for children and families across the deaf community. Following confirmation of her death, tributes poured in from many of the people who knew and worked with her. Rebecca Hall, who portrayed Dr. Eileen Andrews and shared many emotional scenes with Kaylee throughout the MonsterVerse films, expressed her devastation and extended her condolences to Kaylee's family, writing that she would be deeply missed. Millie Bobby Brown, who appeared alongside Kaylee in Godzilla vs. Kong, also shared that she was devastated by the heartbreaking news, joining thousands of fans in mourning the young actress. Fans also reflected on what made Kaylee's performance so unforgettable. Many pointed out that despite appearing in films filled with spectacular action sequences and visual effects, some of the most powerful moments came from Gia simply communicating with Kong through sign language. Those scenes resonated across cultures and languages, demonstrating that genuine emotion requires no translation. Within the deaf community, Kaylee's influence extended far beyond acting. Her visibility in one of Hollywood's biggest franchises inspired countless young people who rarely saw themselves represented in blockbuster entertainment. Parents shared stories about their children becoming excited to learn sign language after watching her films. Teachers praised her for showing students that disability should never define someone's potential. Advocates described her as a symbol of inclusion, whose work helped expand opportunities for future deaf performers. As investigators continue examining every detail surrounding the collision, officials have not announced any additional findings beyond confirming that excessive speed is believed to have contributed to the crash. Authorities have not indicated that other factors have been confirmed, and the investigation remains active. For many fans, the official cause of death provides answers, but it cannot lessen the heartbreak surrounding such a promising young life ending far too soon. Kaylee Hottle had already accomplished what many actors spend decades trying to achieve. She broke barriers, brought authentic representation to one of the world's biggest film franchises, earned critical recognition, and inspired an entire generation through her courage, talent, and determination. Her performances will continue introducing new audiences to the importance of representation and the power of communication beyond spoken words. Every time viewers revisit the MonsterVerse films, Gia's unforgettable connection with Kong will stand as a lasting reminder of Kaylee's remarkable talent and the impact she made in such a short time. As Hollywood, her family, her friends, her classmates, and millions of fans continue to mourn, Kaylee Hottle's legacy remains much bigger than the tragic headlines surrounding her death. She will be remembered as a gifted actress, a passionate advocate for deaf representation, and a young woman whose work changed lives around the world. Our thoughts remain with Kaylee Hottle's family, friends, colleagues, and everyone affected by this heartbreaking loss. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.